The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's a short gain of 1. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. David Onyemata there for the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. That throw finds Kittle. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Catch is made in close. He has the San Francisco touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
They're out to try and tack on the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. Now Cousins on 3rd and short. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this hits to the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Purdy setting up that play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Completes some mustard on that throw to Bijan. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
He lets one fly deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Got a man. It's Drake London. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now Cousins again. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Drake London with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Flush down out to his left. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Cousins. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, the timing on that screen pass, it was all a mess from the very beginning. By the time he finally got the pass to the running back, well, there was no place to go.
Leave it, bring up 48.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Two. One shot.
Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here. On 4th down, here's Cousins. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they make the tackle at the 38. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 4 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Here we go, set.
Play action now with Purdy. Has it at the 7. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Go.
Purdy looking to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. Touchdown, San Francisco. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Jahan. Where's Jahan?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Where's that?
From the 32. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Jahan. Where's Jahan?
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he can do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Where's that?
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they take him down right along the 30. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Where's that?
Here's Cousins. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Gone. Listen to me. Wait, hot.
On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
To hot. Lucky 50. Black. To hot.
To the air, Cousins. Flushed out of the pocket. And his pass is going to fall incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
To hot. To hot.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
It's a design boot. Bails out of the pocket quick. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Falcons have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts in too many possessions.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
The hunt.
Mooney will go in motion left.
Where's the hunt?
On 2nd and 10, Cousins again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw intended for Drake London. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and
The
goal.
hunt. Where's that?
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Where's that?
On 3rd and goal, it's Cousins. He's got it! Touchdown, Atlanta! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Purdy setting up that play action. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. That throw finds Kittle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Here he goes on the bootleg. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Go.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Throwing now off play action. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Jahan, where's that?
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Jahan. Jahan.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going with McCaffrey on the ground. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Throwing off the play fake here. A quick throw swatted away, incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, which is forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. That heater's going to fall to the turf.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
On now comes their punter. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here.
The Falcons take over 1st and
10. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Zebra.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons don't want to see this one go to overtime. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Good route here. Black. Wide.
Shotgun snap again to Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Through. 300.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. To throw. Pitts brings it in. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire game coming down to the leg of Younghoe Koo. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different, and we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed 1 possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those 2 drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
2 teams giving all they have to make it to the NFC Championship. How fun is this, Brock? A great game continues as they kick it away in overtime. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 3 now. They stick with McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. So remember, even if they reach pay dirt, other side still gets to answer in the playoffs. They're on the right track, but still plenty of work to go to put that touchdown up.
Seeing those chains move is so critical in that opening drive. It's kind of like getting a runner on base, Kate, in the top of the baseball inning. It just sets the table for more to come.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
That finds Ayuk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Now a give, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. On third and short, McCaffrey. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
They throw it out quick to the left. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the posts. And now a window opens for the opposing sideline to end this game.
Kate, I know it's a high bar, but when you get to that distance, it's got to be automatic for an NFL kicker. At least put the pressure on the team on the other side to match 3 for 3, not give them the opportunity they have now to go win it with any kind of points.
Now he gets a shot here in overtime. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. A couple of deserving teams laying it all out there. And they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. So for Brock Huard, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.